Who doesn't want another good old Bud Light video? Good old Bud Light, it's refusing to leave the news cycle. Bud Light news cycle nonstop, can't stop, won't stop. By the way, if you're watching this and you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe down below or follow wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. It's hard to find you. You know, various platforms make it hard to find me. So I hope that I'll earn your subscription today. Obviously, it's free. So it just makes finding my videos easier when you want to pop on. Anheuser-Busch says founders would be rolling in, or Anheuser-Busch Heir says founders would be rolling in their grave over brand destroyer Dylan's partnership that has cost the company $27 billion in revenue. $27 billion value, not revenue. The heir to the waning, I don't think they're waning. One thing that like pro boycotters will do is they'll oversell the victory, which I don't like. It's not like Anheuser-Busch is shutting down tomorrow. It's not like the boycott is going to, collapse the company, but it's enough to send a message, and that has to be enough for people who want to take part in these kind of customer backlashes. We don't have enough power to shut down an entire global corporation, right? But we do have enough power to let the smaller companies know to be on notice. We saw this today with the story on Harry's razors. Sitting down for an interview Friday, former owner Billy Bush, 62, lamented the series of failed PR stunts his successors undertook with the influencer, and now how it's already lost his father's and grandfather's firm some $27 billion. Speaking to TMZ, Bush said his late father, August Bush Jr., and his dad, AB, creator Adolphus Bush, would have rolled over in their graves if they were alive to see the financial and social repercussions wrought by the failed partnership. St. Louis-based Bush Clan, one of the biggest beverage empires in the world at the time, sold their stake in the firm in 2008 after more than 150 years. In 2008, selling to current owner InBev for some $52 billion. In the years that ensued, Anheuser-Busch experienced a period of success that saw its market valuation swell to nearly $140 billion. Success was promptly undone in April when AB sent Dylan a personalized can of their then best-selling Bud Light to launch the partnership. Social media posts touting the professional relationship between Mulvaney and Bud Light followed, as well as the months-long storm of backlash that is still being felt. Speaking to TMZ, Bush broke his silence on the still ongoing media nightmare. I think my family, my ancestors, would have rolled over in their graves. Bush said when asked by longtime TMZ boss Harvey Levin about what he thought about the fallout, which also has now cost the Belgian-based brewer more than $390 million in sales. They believed that transgender, gays, that sort of thing was all very personal issue. He continued, speaking for pioneering figures like his dad August, who served as chairman between 1946 and 1975, and Adolphus, the Missouri magnate who cooked up the first batch of Budweiser way back in 1876. The pair have both since passed, with Billy's dad passing of natural causes, and his grandfather ended it all himself in 1934 after Prohibition brought his creation to the brink of bankruptcy. Son August Sr. managed to save the company by selling soda and ice cream before building up the Anheuser-Busch companies into the largest brewery in the world by 1957. The family would pass the company down generations. During that span, however, the family sold an estimated 25% stake of their ownership over the course of 1989 to 2008, culminating in a historic sale after the stake depleted to less than 5% of shares at the time. After Brewing Giant said it plans to lay off hundreds of United States employees, Bush suggested that the recent AB woes experience are even worse, and that his ancestors' efforts are becoming increasingly not. They love this country because it's a free country, and people are allowed to do what they want, he told Levin, but was never meant to be on a beer can and pushed in people's faces. The Sud Scion proceeded to map exactly how he thought execs like since Nick's marketing boss Alyssa Gordon-Heinerscheid missed the mark with the ill-thought-out campaign by failing to notice the brand's blue-collar fan base. I think people who drink beer, they're common folk. I think their blue-collar worker goes and works hard every day. Bush, who today stars in a reality show with other members of the Bush clan, said the last thing they want pushed down their throat or to be drinking is a beer can with some kind of message on it. I just don't think that's what they're looking for. Well, this guy sounds like he's not an idiot. They want beer to be truly American, truly patriotic, as it always has been. Truly America's beer, which Bud Light was and probably isn't any longer. Advertising his new book, of course, I'm not going to give him any plugs for that. He's got plenty of money. People who drink care about wholesome things, he added. Certain things should be kept private. As the discourse transpired, Bud Light's bottom line continues to flail as a result of the brand's failed fling with Mulvaney, to the point where it's been dethroned as the top beer in the United States by Modelo Especial after losing more than 26% in sales. Well, yeah, I mean, I think we all know now, and it's just like these people, they're gone, and they're not coming back. They're never coming back. Sales of Michelob Ultra, another Adolphus Busch creation, dipped 0.9%, compared with a 1.3% decline the previous week, while Busch Light dropped 1.1%, adding to a 2.8% recorded previous week. Neither Billy nor any of his 30 surviving relatives have any stake left in Budweiser, Michelob, or any of the company's other brands, but are all still apparently disappointed with the current leaders at the helm. Well, who cares? This is like every time that Disney heiress says, the Disney heir comes out and says, Disney got woke. She has no skin in the game. She doesn't own any part of the company. She has no chance to make decisions or make any rights. This guy's just trying to sell his cringe book and his cringe reality show. I don't know why. If I had multi-billion dollars in my bank account, I certainly wouldn't be doing any kind of weird reality shows. But things continue to get worse. Bud Light's partnership with a band now slammed amid boycott. Bud Light's competition partnership with country music band Midland has been met with criticism and derision on Twitter amid the ongoing boycott of the beer ban. A message was shared on Bud Light's account on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday, advertising a contest for patrons to win a pair of tickets to see Midland perform in Oklahoma City on August 15th. However, the post was met with a tepid response. We already know about this. Since the calls for the boycott began almost 4 months ago, Bud Light has seen a dramatic drop-off in domestic sales. Revenue remains consistently below what it was at the same time in 2022, and it lost the crown to Modelo. In the face of ongoing PR woes, Bud Light has continued to share social media posts with its contest to win tickets to see Midland being one of the most recent. The competition is part of the brand's Backyard Tour, which features shows with different bands across the United States, a variety of dates in August. Participating bands include One Republic, Dashboard Confessional, Bush, and Midland. They're still around? Dang. Touting the Midland show, post shared by Bud Light's X account read, "Dust off the boots because Midland is coming to Oklahoma City." The post was met with a flood of negative comments from X users, with one writing, "What group would sign up to be sponsored by a toxic brand? I don't know of Midland, but I assume they need exposure or publicity. Contrary to belief, bad publicity is not better than no publicity. Quote, just canceled my tickets." An ex-subscriber commented, "Bud Light being the sponsor, I'm out, refund time." So it's like a hilarious backfire now. So this band is trying to sell tickets, get sponsored by Bud Light, and then people cancel their tickets. Another responded by sharing a clip of 2 Bud Light bottles described as a few stragglers in the basement fridge being smashed with a brick. While the majority of the comments toward Bud Light appeared to be negative, some users had some excitement. "Keep it coming, Bud. Love you guys." Yeah, that's a total normal non-bot comment. Thinking Bud Light, one wrote, had won tickets to see One Republic. Over the past several weeks, a number of social media users have shared photos and videos of unsold Bud Light on store shelves and at venues. This has been done in a bid to illustrate the perpetrated success of the boycott of the beer brand. Well, we know that it's been successful. We know that the boycott's been successful. We know that their sales have been hurt. This is a fact. We don't need to oversell it. Bud Light's downfall marks a seismic shift in consumer behavior, and parent company AB InBev doesn't seem to get it. This is in Fortune magazine. On Thursday, AB InBev releases Q2 net profit, which showed mixed results. U.S. sales tanked, but operating profits ticked up and sales volume in foreign markets grew. Even though AB is spending approximately 3 times more on advertising and marketing compared to last year, U.S. retail stores were down 26.1% from the previous year in the week ending July 15th. Marketing got Bud Light in a mess, but advertising will not lead them out of it. Many multi-million-dollar campaigns failed to achieve the desired impact. British Petroleum's clean energy, with the aftermath of Deepwater, McDonald's healthy options, Monsanto's feeding the world to promote GMOs, ExxonMobil's energy and environment, Coca-Cola's anti-obesity campaign, and many others. AB is not the first company to tie itself into a pretzel with stakeholders led astray by advertising and marketing. Some campaigns that imploded included Balenciaga in 2022, H&M in 2018, Dove in 2017, Pepsi in 2017, Nivea, Uber, Bloomingdale's in 2015, just to name a few. The corporate gobbledygook that tries to appease all sides and achieves nothing. Consumers recognize it, and Bud Light sales plummeted. By not de-escalating, AB smashed a hornet's nest with a stick. Hornets swarm and attack when they chase anyone who runs away while they're attacking. This is exactly how customers reacted to Bud Light, and thus Bud Light's troubles now have long tails. Very true. They should have just owned it and de-escalated immediately, but they couldn't or didn't want to do that for whatever weird reason. And now it's going on forever. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. That's a Warren Buffett quote. And it's hilarious to me that now even like these magazines like Fortune come out. You know, in highly polarized times, no matter the cultural or political issue, broadly, 45% will support you, 45% are against you, and 10% are undecided. The harshness of the pushback depends on the gravity of the blunder, how poorly or soundly the company manages the crisis, and how undecided consumers lean. Well, Bud Light's just cooked. Speaking of which, quick reminder about the summer bundle sales with discounts as much as 50% off on coffee brand coffee this week only. Make sure you stock up today. Link will be in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again real soon.